Buddy, how you been? How you feeling? I hope you're feeling good. Me? I'm a little distressed. I'm a little bit worried. And I'll tell you why. Because I love Spider-Man. I love the web slinging. I love the swinging from the buildings. I love the spidey sense, the jumping, the acrobatics, all of it. Proportional strength of a spider, great. And one of my favorite my Spider-Man, is Tobey Maguire. Do I sound out of it? Do I sound drunk? I promise you, I'm very lucid. It's just this news has hit me hard. Because my Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire, and those first Spider-Man movies, 1, 2, and even 3, are perfect films that should go untouched by the Hollywood machine. They are legendary films, if not the basis for the entire modern action hero, superhero movie that we're seeing now. And I hate to say it, but the movie has been sullied. Someone put their little hands on it, and they're messing with my Spider-Man, and I don't like it, and we're going to talk about it. Before we get into it, hit that button. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Veto Nation. And here's what we're talking about. Famously, Spider-Man 1. This is a pivotal scene from the great Sam Raimi, who's directing right now Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm excited to have Raimi back in the arena because this man knows superheroes and, again, gave us the greatest superhero movies of all time, the Spider-Man films. At the beginning of the movie, Spider-Man enters a small-town wrestling event. And, well, I guess not a small town. This is clearly a large production. But regardless, he comes out as the Amazing Human Spider. Which, of course, Bruce Campbell says that's a stupid name. We're going to call you the Spider-Man. And who's he fighting? Well, he's fighting Bonesaw. As famously played by Randy Macho Man Savage, who has sadly passed. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I wish I could play this full 4-minute clip without getting clipped. Because this is just one of the greatest setups in all of comic book movie history. That we instantly see this plucky kid in over his head testing out his new powers as Spider-Man in the ring against the Bonesaw. Again, how can you not watch this and have a smile just hearing that classic Macho Man voice? Now, I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm going to give you the scene as it originally played, and some people have a problem with this scene, and we'll talk about why right here.
Cage match? Hey!
It's time for the cage match.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of heat time. What are you doing up there?
Staying away from you. That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
Oh, yeah! All right, look. Fantastic scene. Obviously, Spider-Man embraces the full extent of his powers, takes down the Bonesaw, and is declared the victor. This is when he's at the height of his hubris, and soon Uncle Ben will die. But let's be clear. Why are people mad at this scene? Why do people complain about this scene? Well, it's this one little joke from a movie from 2002 where we're allowed to have a little bit of fun. Your Marvel hero was allowed to be a bit cheeky, a little not politically correct. I think this joke still flies, and I'll tell you why. He says to Bonesaw, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband make it for you?" Now, the insinuation, for some, is that Spider-Man is saying, is calling him a homosexual as an insult. A more charitable reading would be that Spider-Man knows that this Bonesaw character is one of these typical hyper-masculine brutes who himself is probably homophobic and is only using such an insult knowing that due to Bonesaw's own internalized homophobia, it's going to hurt that man's... Spider-Man doesn't hate gay people, but Bonesaw does. And that's why Spider-Man is trying to hurt him by comparing him to them. Whatever. It doesn't matter how you read it. The point is, he says, "Hey, did your husband make that for you, you lady?" He could also just be saying you look like a lady with their long hair. Okay, which I don't know, I guess is offensive to trans people now. Everything is offensive. We're never gonna have fun in Hollywood ever again. And you know why we're never gonna have fun in Hollywood ever again? Because even when these lines are in these old movies, and you get to go back and watch and go like, I miss when they used to let us make a little joke. Everything didn't have to be so politically correct. Well, now they're getting rid of that too. Because as we saw in the recent television broadcast of Spider-Man 1, they have removed the line. Here is the new line.
They cut out Peter Parker's homophobia in Spider-Man 1 on ITV2. Watch this.
What are you doing up there? Staying away from you. That's a cute outfit.
No way. They
So
cut out.
now, instead of saying that's a cute outfit, did your husband make it for you? He just says, that's a cute outfit. And we've lost. I mean, it was one of the most memorable lines from the movie, specifically because that it is now apparently not aged well. But here's why this kind of thing bothers me. I really am always bothered by this idea. Are we just going to endlessly cut up these movies to constantly represent changing norms? Like, in the future, is it going to be so offensive for a woman to wear a slightly revealing outfit? Do we all have to wear, special clothes so we never show any skin because you might be sexualized? Are they going to have to cut that out? I don't even know what's going to be offensive. Like, what is the point of taking these movies and endlessly chopping everything? Video games, we talked about Rockstar is doing this with Grand Theft Auto. We see it everywhere. All forms of media. I mean, they banned Dr. Seuss books, for the love of God. Can't you just go, guys? No one's gonna cry. No one's going to die. What happens if they hear Spider-Man go, "Did your husband make you that outfit?" What happens to society? Somebody watching it is going to be upset. I don't get it. Maybe they should just. I hate to be dismissive, but maybe just suck it up and go, you know what? This movie that was made over 20 years ago contains some themes that maybe are not palatable to today's era of crybabies and losers and morons. Anyway, this has happened to the TV release over in Britain. We will see if this edit makes it into future releases on DVD, maybe Disney Plus. We saw Disney Plus is censoring even Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which just came out. They're already taking out some of the scenes for being too violent. So who knows what's going on? This is very bizarre, and we're gonna. I'm just tired of this censorship. I think it's wrong. I think it's pointless, and I think it's stupid. But let me know in the comments, guys. I don't know. How do you feel about this? Am I overreacting? Like, just let them cut out lines. We'll take a couple jokes out, and let's change character names, and let's go in and overdub lines. All to make it more friendly and accessible to the next generation. Part of me wonders, there's talks maybe Tobey Maguire will come back for more Spider-Man. Do they have to sanitize this character now because they're planning on doing more with him? I don't know what's going on, but let me know how you feel in the comments. We got more cool videos coming soon. Veto Nation, thanks for coming by. And also, don't forget, get on the mailing list for my comic book Super Killer over at superkiller.org. And you'll be one of the first to be notified when the crowdfunding campaign goes live. You'll even save yourself a little bit of money by being one of the first in line for Super Killer. It's going to be great. Thank you, guys. I love you. Take care of yourself, buddy. Be well.